FD1 splash drone. GPS module. Unplugged from there. I have to undo the two little screws. Cover. Got to take all the little screws out from underneath. Once that's done, got to lift this up, turn it over a little bit, and then undo the little bullet terminals. Make sure you hold this end really tight. When you pull on this end, you don't want to rip this off from the little speed controller, that little thing over there. Before you pull them apart, red does not go on red, black doesn't go on black, and blue doesn't go on blue. You have to write it down which one went on where. So I did left front, right front, left rear, right rear, right rear. So I've got blue on blue, black on black, red on red. That's my one. I don't say your one's going to be the same. And then the left front one, so the cross one seems to be the same. Blue on blue, red on red, black on black. But on the left rear, it's blue on blue, black on red, red on black. And then the right front one, black on blue, red on black, and black on red. So they won't always be exactly in that order. The reason why the wires are wired up like that is for the rotation. So you'd have to change 2 wires to make the rotation go the right way if you are a drone builder and you have built a drone before. So the reason why I pulled my drone apart, so I bought it second hand, and I wanted to make sure, because it works in a salty environment, I wanted to make sure it wasn't flooded with sand or water or salt water or anything. So the first thing I noticed when I took it apart, speed controller didn't even sit on top of that heatsink. That heatsink goes through to the bottom. It's part of the leg mount. So I don't know why this is not good quality, but anyway, the heatsink is not holding the transistors down on the heatsink properly. All mine was sitting partially up. The other thing is that the salt water or the sand from the beach goes underneath, in between that and the speed controller. So there's the speed controller. The speed controller was sitting on there. That goes to the motors. And this part over here just started to show a little bit of signs of corrosion, just a little bit. So I think I caught my one just in time. That one over there as well, just a little bit of white erosion over there, and I think there was a little bit over here as well. Yep, so I just caught it in time. I can still save this. So that's why I did pull mine apart. There was quite a bit of sand on top of this heat transfer material. Transfers the heat onto this alloy heatsink. The heatsink goes through the body and it's part of the leg mount. Alright, so underneath there was quite a bit of sand in there. Underneath this motherboard, there's not much to this motherboard. It doesn't help I show you much, but it does have a normal receiver, like a normal radio control model would have. And if I lift this up underneath, you can see this board was specifically made for this drone. So you would have your controllers and everything in there. Quite a neat little unit. Yeah, so I'll clean mine up, get the white corrosion of it, use 2 cable ties instead of like they only used one in the back, and this sits off the mount. If I had when I had it all down, these were all pushed up a little bit, and they weren't holding properly. So that's what I will do. I'll clean my one up. It's got special little seals over here. It's got a seal on the cover there that makes it waterproof. So if you bought your one brand new, I wouldn't suggest taking yours apart. Also bearing in mind, you will lose your warranty if you do pull it apart. My one's more than a year old, so there's no warranty for my one, and like I said, I bought my one second hand, so I want to make sure my one's going to last. That's the little transmitter for the radio control. That little antenna there goes through this little orange thing there. That's the antenna holder for the view, for the camera. So anyway, a normal XT60 control battery port there. That's your antennas. One was facing backwards, the other one was facing forwards through that one there, underneath the speed controller. Hopefully that, well, it doesn't look like it gets much interference. I haven't lost any signal on this yet. Caught a few fish. Thank you. Hope this helps you on your drone. Hope this help you save your drone from future disasters. Yeah, so it's just basic maintenance. I don't land mine on water, so I'm gonna replace these seals again. Make sure put some. I've got some, not sealant, but I've got what do you call it? I've got a silicone grease that I'm gonna put on that, just a little fine skin on that, just to make sure that it seals properly on that seal there. And yep.